Datta, Sri Guru Datta, Jai Guru 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 Datta, Sri Guru Datta. Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswatyaya Namaha, Shri Padavallabha Narasimha Saraswati, Shri Guru Dattatreya Namaha, Shri Ganapati Satchidananda Sadgurubhyo Namo Namaha, Harihi Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namo Hanumate Namaha. Jai Guru Datta and welcome to Datta Arpanam with your hosts Rishi Nirvan Balrup
and Ravita Singh. Jaya Guru Datta, Swagatam, and thank you for tuning in to Datta Arpanam, a showcase of the life, music and teachings of His Holiness Parama Pujya Dr. Shri 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 Ganapati Satchidananda Swamiji of Avadhuta Dattapitam in Mysuru. Today's program begins with the offering of pranams, gratitude and this invocation prayer at the sacred feet of beloved Sadgurudeva Pujya Shri Swamiji, as this program, possible only through His divine grace, is offered to him. Please join His second in command, Pujya Shri 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 Datta Vijayananda Tirtha Swamiji, now in worship.
श्री गणेशाय नमः, श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः, श्री पादवल्लभ नरसिंह सरस्वती, श्री गुरुदत्तात्रेयाय नमः, श्री गणपति सच्चिदानंद सद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः, गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म, तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। श्रीभूयुत श्रीहरिचिह्निताभ्याम् अगस्त्यरेखादिभिरञ्चिताभ्याम् निगूढबीजाक्षरमुद्रिताभ्याम् नमो नमः सद्गुरुपादुकाभ्याम्। गणपति गुरुमेकं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं, विबुधनिवहसेव्यं योगमार्गाधिरूढं, शरणमुपगतानामार्तिसङ्घाद्रिवज्रं मम हृदयनिवासं भक्तिनम्रो नमामि, भक्तिनम्रो नमामि।
Once again everyone, Swagatam, and thank you for tuning in to this morning's episode of Datta Arpanam. Today's program is being brought to you through the kind courtesy of Ramlal Educational Institute of number 12 Exchange Lots Couva, Valini's Drug Mart Limited of 58 to 60 Sutton Street, San Fernando, Debe Supermart Limited of 182 SS Erin Road, Debe, and Koke Supermart Limited of 14 Naparima Miaro Road, San Fernando.
Tomorrow is Monday, April 28th, 2025, according to the Western calendar. But if we look at the Hindu calendar or the lunar calendar, we will see that the month of Vaishakha begins.
Many of you would remember that during the COVID-19 pandemic, one of the mantras which Pujya Appaji instructed should be chanted daily was Sheetalashtakam. This beautiful stotra is not only soothing to hear and to chant, but its meaning can also give great comfort, especially given that we live in a time where it seems like at least a few times a year there's mention of another possible disease outbreak.
Just look at what is happening in Texas right now. There is an outbreak of measles there, which, while largely due to children not being vaccinated, has already sadly resulted in the deaths of young children.
So, given that the lunar month of Vaishakha begins tomorrow, it felt like the perfect time to dedicate an episode of Datta Arpanam to looking at and chanting the Sheetala Devi Stotram.
Why Sheetala Devi Stotram and why the specific mention of the month of Vaishakha? Well, stay tuned in to Datta Arpanam to find out. For now though, let us join together in Divya Nama Sankirtanam. You are invited to open the Bhajan Mala app or to visit the website www.bhajanmala.com, enter Bhajan ID number 31 and join in worshipping Lord Vinayaka, who is, as the Pallavi of the Bhajan explains, the leader and fulfiller of all wishes.
Nayakam Vinayakam Sarvasiddhidayakam
Nayakam Vinayakam Sarvasiddhidayakam
Nayakam Vinayakam Sarvasiddhidayakam
Nayakam Vinayakam Sarvasiddhidayakam
Mudgaladisevitam Bhajematam Ganeshwaram
Mudgaladisevitam Bhajematam Ganeshwaram
Nayakam Vinayakam Sarvasiddhidayakam
Nayakam Vinayakam Sarvasiddhidayakam
Mudgaladisevitam Bhajematam Ganeshwaram
Mudgaladisevitam
Bhajematam Ganeshwaram Nayakam Vinayakam Sarvasiddhidayakam
Nayakam Vinayakam Sarvasiddhidayakam
Sundaram Siddhi Buddhi Sundaresh Nandanam
Sundaram Siddhi Buddhi Sundaresha Nandanam
Bhakta Bandha Mochanam Sarpasutra Bandhanam
Bhakta Bandha Mochanam Sarpasutra Bandhanam
Sundaram Siddhi Buddhi Sundaresh Nandanam
Sundaram Siddhi Buddhi Sundaresha Nandanam
Bhakta Bandha Mochanam Sarpasutra Bandhanam
Bhakta Bandha Mochanam Sarpasutra Bandhanam
Nayakam Vinayakam Sarvasiddhidayakam Mudgaladisevitam Bhajematam Ganeshwaram
Nayakam Vinayakam Sarvasiddhidayakam Mudgaladisevitam Bhajematam Ganeshwaram
Mushikavakanam Sakala Loka Vikshanam
Mushikavakanam Sakala Loka Vikshanam
Mushikavakanam Sakala Loka Vikshanam
Mushikavakanam Sakala Loka Vikshanam
Arkarupadharinam Adishaktyaavaranam
Arkarupadharinam Adishaktyaavaranam
Arkarupadharinam Adishaktyaavaranam
Arkarupadharinam
रक्तवर्णरूपिणं विरक्तलोकभावितं रक्तवर्णरूपिणं विरक्तलोकभावितं आत्मविद्याधारिणं नन्दसच्चिदानन्दनम् आत्मविद्याधारिणं नन्दसच्चिदानन्दनम् नायकं विनायकं सर्वसिद्धिदायकं मुद्गलादिसेवितं भजेमहं गणेश्वरं नायकं विनायकं सर्वसिद्धिदायकं मुद्गलादिसेवितं भजेमहं गणेश्वरं भजेमतं गणेश्वरं भजेमतं गणेश्वरं भजेमतं गणेश्वरं भजेमतं गणेश्वरम्
Through the platform known as SGS Posts, Ganapati Swamiji shares short messages of inspiration, motivation, and guidance. Incidentally, while previously SGS Posts could be read by going to the SGS Posts app, the posts are now readily available on Facebook, so you are encouraged to like and follow SGS Posts on Facebook. Actually, Pujya Appaji has instructed that everyone should not only like and follow SGS Posts, but also share the posts. Through SGS Posts, Pujya Appaji recently said that we should never consider ourselves to be unfortunate. And definitely, when we have the opportunity to listen to and sing along with an Avadhuta like we just did, there is no doubt about it. We are definitely fortunate.
And when what we listen to and sing along to happen to be bhajans composed by that Avadhuta, then we are not just fortunate, but we are extremely fortunate.
Listeners, the bhajan to which you were just listening was composed and rendered by the present-day Avadhuta of Lord Dattatreya, Paramapujya Sri Ganapati Satchidananda Swamiji. Thank you for tuning in to Datta Arpanam, which is coming to you on 103.1 FM through the grace of Pujya Sri Swamiji, and thanks to the sponsorship by Ramlal Educational Institute, Debe Supermart Limited, Valini's Drug Mart Limited, and Kokie Supermart Limited.
Today, inspired by the upcoming lunar month of Vaishakha, which begins tomorrow, the focus on Datta Arpanam will be the Shitala Devi Stotram. And, as promised, later on in today's program, you will hear why it is that this particular subject was chosen at this specific time, just before the month of Vaishakha begins.
Many persons in Trinidad and Tobago only first came to know of the Shitala Devi Stotram when Ganapati Swamiji or Pujya Appaji during the COVID-19 pandemic instructed that we should chant this stotram daily. So let us look at this stotram and see what it says so that we may better understand its greatness. Today we'll begin by chanting or at least listening to the entire stotram by Pujya Appaji and looking at the meaning verse by verse.
Please open the Bhajanmala app or website once again, this time to Stotra ID number 273, and the options are yours whether you would like to just listen for now or chant along. By Pujya Appaji's grace, you will have the opportunity to chant the entire thing again before the end of today's hour of devotion. Once again, it's Stotra ID number 273.
Sri Mahaganapataye Namaha, Sri Saraswatyai Namaha, Sri Padavallabha Nrusimha Saraswati, Sri Guru Dattatreya Namaha.
Shitala Devi Stotram Asya Shri Shitala Stotrasya Mahadeva Rishihi Anushtup Chandaha Shitala Devata Lakshmir Bijam भवानी शक्तिः सर्वविस्फोटकनिवृत्तये जपे विनियोगः। ईश्वर उवाच वन्देऽहं शीतलां देवीं रासभस्तां दिगम्बरां मार्जनीकलशोपेतां शूर्पालङ्कृतमस्तकां। वन्देऽहं शीतलां देवीं सर्वरोगभयापहां यामासाद्य निवर्तेत विस्फोटकभयं महत्। शीतले शीतले चेति यो ब्रूयाद्दाहपीडितः विस्फोटकभयं घोरं क्षिप्रं तस्य प्रणश्यति। यस्त्वामुदकमध्ये तु धृत्वा पूजयते नरः विस्फोटकं भयं घोरं गृहे तस्य न जायते। शीतले ज्वरदग्धस्य पूतिगन्धयुतस्य च प्रणष्टचक्षुषः पुंसः त्वामाहुर्जीवनौषधम्। शीतले तनुजान् रोगान् नृणां हरसि दुस्त्यजान् विस्फोटकविदीर्णानां त्वमेकामृतवर्षिणी। गलगण्डग्रहारोग ये चान्ये दारुणा नृणां त्वदनुध्यानमात्रेण शीतले यान्ति संक्षयम्। न मन्त्रो नौषधं तस्य पापरोगस्य विद्यते। त्वामेकां शीतले धात्रीं नान्यां पश्यामि देवतां मृणालतन्तुसदृशीं नाभिवृन्मध्य संश्रितां। यस्त्वां सञ्चितयेद्देवी तस्य मृत्युर्न जायते। अष्टकं शीतला देव्या यो नरः प्रपठेत् सदा विस्फोटकभयं घोरं गृहे तस्य न जायते। श्रोतव्यं पठितव्यं च श्रद्धाभक्तिसमन्वितैः उपसर्गविनाशाय परं स्वस्त्ययनं महत्। शीतले त्वं जगन्माता शीतले त्वं जगत्पिता शीतले त्वं जगद्धात्री शीतलायै नमो नमः। रासभोगर्दभश्चैव खरो वैशाखनन्दनः शीतलावाहनश्चैव दूर्वाकन्दनिकृन्तनः। एतानि खरनामानि शीतलाग्रे तु यः पठेत् तस्य गेहे शिशूनां च शीतलारुग्ण जायते। शीतलाष्टकमे वेदं न देयं यस्य कस्यचित् दातव्यं च सदा तस्मै श्रद्धाभक्तियुताय वै। इति श्रीशीतलादेवी स्तोत्रम् सम्पूर्णम्।
You were just listening to Ganapati Swamiji or Pujya Appaji chant the Shitala Devi Stotram here on Datta Arpanam.
As you would almost always hear when Puja Appaji is about to begin any type of worship or program, before beginning the Shitala Devi Stotram, he began by offering respects to Lord Ganapati and Saraswati Devi. He then paid respects to two of the most recent incarnations of Lord Dattatreya, Sri Padavallabha and Sri Narasimha Saraswati. And then he offered respects to Guru and Lord Dattatreya. By doing this, in other words, by worshipping Lord Ganapati, Saraswati Devi and Guru Parampara before chanting another mantra, we are able to draw in the energy contained within that mantra we are about to chant.
And today, that mantra, as you have been hearing, is Shitala Devi Stotram. So let us go straight to the Stotram now. It begins by saying this is a prayer to the goddess Shitala Devi. The one who wrote it is Lord Shiva. The meter to which it is set is Anushtup. The goddess is she who cools. The root is goddess Lakshmi. The strength is goddess Bhavani. The chant now begins.
Listeners, please join now in chanting these opening mantras with Pujya Appaji. Once again, the Stotra ID number is 273.
Sri Mahaganapataye Namaha, Sri Saraswatyai Namaha, Sri Padavallava Nrusimha Saraswati, Sri Guru Dattatreya Namaha.
शीतला देवी स्तोत्रम् अस्य श्री शीतला स्तोत्रस्य महादेव ऋषिः अनुष्टुप् छन्दः शीतला देवता लक्ष्मीर्बीजम् भवानी शक्तिः सर्वविस्फोटकनिवृत्तये जपे विनियोगः.
Having chanted those opening verses, the Shitala Devi Stotra now begins. You heard a little while ago that this stotra was composed by Lord Shiva. Well, this is why the stotra starts with the words Ishvara Uvacha, meaning Lord Shiva said. What did he say? Well, let us find out.
The Lord himself begins by saying, I pray to Shitala Devi, who rides on a donkey, who is naked, who holds a broomstick and pot in her hand, and who holds a winnowing fan over her head.
Listeners, as you heard in the opening verse of the stotram, Shitala Devi cools us down. She also likes things that are cool. These properties mean that she relieves us of fever. This is the symbolism behind her holding a fan. And perhaps, but I'm not certain, but perhaps this is why she is described as naked, since this helps to keep the body cool.
The broomstick and the pot, meaning a pot of water, these symbolize her cleansing nature as she brushes and washes away germs. And so, now that we know the meaning of the first verse of the stotram, which describes the physical aspects of Shitala Devi, before we move on to the greatness of Shitala Devi, let us join in chanting that first verse of the Shitala Devi Stotram. Remember, the Stotra ID number is 273.
ईश्वर उवाच वन्देऽहं शीतलां देवीं रासभस्तां दिगम्बरां मार्जनीकलशोपेतां शूर्पालङ्कृतमस्तकाम्.
Having listened to Pujya Appaji describe the physical attributes of Shitala Devi through those lines composed by Lord Shiva, let us now hear what blessings Shitala Devi bestows upon those who worship her.
Lord Shiva continues by saying, in the second shloka of the Shitala Devi Stotram, I worship Goddess Shitala, who cures all diseases and removes the great fear of eruptive diseases. And here, eruptive disease means those which cause a skin eruption, or in other words, diseases which cause skin breakouts or rashes. So diseases like measles, chickenpox, etc.
In Shloka 3 of the Shitala Devi Stotram, Lord Shiva says, anyone who is affected by thirst and calls out saying, O Mother Shitala, O Mother Shitala, such a person will quickly get rid of any fear of diseases causing death.
In the fourth shloka, the Lord says to Shitala Devi, those who stand in the middle of water and worship you completely abolish their fear of a terrible eruption or skin breakout. Diseases will never visit their house.
And then in the fifth shloka, Lord Shiva says, O Goddess Shitala, for the one who is affected by high fever, has foul-smelling wounds, or in other words, one who has an infected wound, or for the one who has lost an eye, it is said that you are the only living medicine.
Shitala Devi's power to heal physical ailments continues to be described by Lord Shiva in shlokas 6 and 7 of the Shitala Devi Stotram, when he says, O Goddess Shitala, you help us to eliminate those sicknesses that refuse to be cured. For anyone whose body has burst into eruptions or rashes, you are like a shower of nectar. Even serious, terrible diseases like mumps are destroyed just by thinking of you.
Listeners, having heard of some of the blessings which Shitala Devi bestows with regards to our physical health, please join Pujya Appaji once again in worshipping her This time as we chant verses 2 to 7 of the Shitala Devi Stotram. Once again, the words to this beautiful stotram can be found by entering Stotra ID number 273 on the Bhajan Mala app or website.
Vandeham Shitalam Devim Sarvarogabhayapaham Yama Sadhya Nivarteta Vispotaka Bhayam Mahat Shitale Shitale Cheti Yo Bruyaddaga Piditaha Vispotaka Bhayam Goram Chipram Tasya Pranasyati Yastva Mudaka Madhyetu Dhrutva Pujayate Naraha Vispotagam Bhayam Goram Grihetasya Najayate Shitale Jwara Dagdasya Puti Gandhayutasya Cha Pranashta Chakshusha Pumsaha Tvamahurjivan Aushadham Shitale Tanujan Rogam Drunam Harasi Dustyajan Vispotaga Vidirnanam Tvamekamrita Varshini Galaganda Roga Yechanye Darunan Runam Tvadanudhyana Matrena Sitale Yanti Sankshayam.
You were just listening to Ganapati Swamiji or Pujya Appaji chant shlokas 2 to 7 of the Shitala Devi Stotram here on Datta Arpanam. Thank you for tuning in to today's offering, which is coming to you on 103.1 FM through the grace of Pujya Sri Swamiji, and thanks to the sponsorship by Ramlal Educational Institute, Debe Supermart Limited, Valini's Drug Mart Limited, and Kokie Supermart Limited.
On today's program, inspired by the upcoming lunar month of Vaishakha, which begins tomorrow, the focus is on the Shitala Devi Stotram, a stotra composed by Lord Shiva and glorifying Shitala Devi. So far, you have heard the meaning of the first 7 shlokas of the stotram. But now, before we move on to the 8th verse, this coming Thursday, Jayalakshmi Mata Jayanti will be celebrated. Let us join together in worshipping that mother and first guru of Pujya Appaji. Please open the Bhajanmala app or website to Bhajan ID number 521 and join in singing this Devi Bhajan.
లక్ష్మీ తల్లి జననీ మహామాయ జయలక్ష్మీ తల్లి జననీ మహామాయ నిజముగా నమ్మితి ఆరాధన చేసి నిజముగా నమ్మితి ఆరాధన చేసి
జయలక్ష్మీ తల్లి జననీ మహామాయ నిజముగా నమ్మితి ఆరాధన చేసి నిజముగా నమ్మితి ఆరాధన చేసి
నరసింహ మనోన్మాణి నిత్యా కళ్యాణి నరసింహ మనోన్మాణి నిత్యా కళ్యాణి నీచంత చేరీతి ననుగావు తల్లి నీచంత చేరీతి ననుగావు తల్లి ననుగావు తల్లి
జయలక్ష్మీ తల్లి జననీ మహామాయ నిజముగా నమ్మితి ఆరాధన చేసి నిజముగా నమ్మితి ఆరాధన చేసి
జయలక్ష్మీపురమున భక్తుల రక్షించు జయలక్ష్మీపురమున భక్తుల రక్షించు కల్పవృక్షమే కమనీయ దేవి కల్పవృక్షమే కమనీయ దేవి కమనీయ దేవి
జయలక్ష్మీ తల్లి జననీ మహామాయ నిజముగా నమ్మితి ఆరాధన చేసి నిజముగా నమ్మితి ఆరాధన చేసి
నమ్మిన భక్తుల పీడాలు తొలగించు నమ్మిన భక్తుల పీడాలు తొలగించు దత్తమూర్తికి తల్లి జగజనని అమ్మ దత్తమూర్తికి తల్లి జగజనని అమ్మ జగజనని అమ్మ జగజనని అమ్మ జగజనని అమ్మ
జయలక్ష్మీ తల్లి జననీ మహామాయ నిజముగా నమ్మితి ఆరాధన చేసి నిజముగా నమ్మితి ఆరాధన చేసి జయలక్ష్మీ తల్లి జననీ మహామాయ నిజముగా నమ్మితి ఆరాధన చేసి నిజముగా నమ్మితి ఆరాధన చేసి జయలక్ష్మీ తల్లి.
A beautiful bhajan for a beautiful day, glorifying the beautiful one, and written and rendered by the one who epitomizes beauty, the present-day incarnation of the aspect of Lord Dattatreya, Paramapujya Sri Ganapati Satchidananda Swamiji. You are listening to Datta Arpanam, which is coming to you on 103.1 FM through the grace of Pujya Sri Swamiji, and thanks to the sponsorship by Ramlal Educational Institute, Debe Supermart Limited, Valini's Drug Mart Limited, and Kokie Supermart Limited. Today we have been looking at the Sheetala Devi Stotram. So far you have heard the meanings of the opening verse as well as the first 7 verses of that beautiful stotram which worships that mother who cools down fevers and rids us of disease. Let us hear what else Lord Shiva, the one who wrote that stotram, let us hear what else he says through these divine verses.
So far, you have heard that Sheetala Devi cures physical diseases and even prevents them. Now, in the 8th verse of the Sheetala Devi Stotram, Lord Shiva says, "To diseases caused by sin, no medicines have been suggested. I do not see anyone who is like a mother to them except you."
In verse 9, the Lord goes on to say, "Looking like a thread of the lotus stem, you live between the belly and the heart. He who meditates on you will never face accidental death."
In Shlokas 10 and 11, Lord Shiva continues to extol the glories of Sheetala Devi by saying that those who always read this stotram about Mother Sheetala will never face the fear of epidemics in their house. And one who renders this prayer with utmost discipline, reverence, devotion, and focus will have their diseases destroyed. They will become healthier.
Listeners, what powerful words are spoken here by the Lord, and what greatness they describe in Sheetala Devi. Let us join in chanting these shlokas now. So that's verses 8, 9, 10, and 11 of the Sheetala Devi Stotram, the words to which can be found by entering Stotra ID number 273 on the Bhajan Mala app or website.
न मन्त्रो नौषधं तस्य पापरोगस्य विद्यते त्वामेकां शीतले धात्रीं नान्यां पश्यामि देवतां मृणालतन्तुसदृशीं नाभिवृन्मध्य संसृतां यस्त्वां सञ्चितये देवी तस्य मृत्युर्न जायते अष्टकम् शीतला देव्या यो नरः प्रपठेत् सदा विस्फोटकभयम् घोरम् गृहे तस्य न जायते श्रोतव्यम् पठितव्यम् च श्रद्धा भक्ति समन्वितैः उपसर्ग विनाशाय परम् स्वस्त्ययनम् महत्.
Listeners, those words composed by Lord Shiva were just chanted by the Avadhuta of the combined forms of Lords Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva, Ganapati Swamiji, the present-day Avadhuta of Lord Dattatreya. You are listening to Datta Arpanam on 103.1 FM. Today, the Shitala Devi Stotram is being studied and chanted. So far, you have heard the first 11 verses of this beautiful tribute to Shitala Devi. Now, let us hear how Lord Shiva closes off this prayer and what advice he gives to us for chanting it.
The Lord begins by saying to Mother Goddess in Shloka 12, Mother Shitala, you are my universal mother as well as the universal father. You are the one holding or supporting this creation, and I offer my obeisance to you.
Then, in the 13th shloka, he refers to her vahana or vehicle, the donkey, when he says that the demon was made into the form of a donkey. This is a very interesting comment made by the Lord. The word dwara means fever. Dwarasura, a demon, causes fever. By Mother Goddess riding the donkey, it shows us that she can take control of fever and tame it. Lord Shiva is drawing reference to this quality of Shitala Devi in the 13th shloka of the Shitala Devi Stotram.
In that same verse, he also says that the month of Vaishaka is the best time to recite the Nectara Stotram, which protects us from dangerous diseases. And listeners, this is why this Stotram is being discussed today specifically on Datta Arpanam. As you heard earlier in today's program, tomorrow the lunar month of Vaishaka begins. So while every day is a good day to chant the Shitala Devi Stotram, and while we should chant this Stotram daily with focus and devotion, the lunar month of Vaishaka is a particularly auspicious time to chant this holy prayer.
As Lord Shiva tells us in the 14th verse of the Shitala Devi Stotram, when this stotra is read with reverence, the bondages of a child suffering from long-term illnesses will be broken. The child will be cured and protected.
What powerful words those are! The Stotram then ends with equally powerful words and reminds us of its sacred origins. The final verse says that this prayer is the pronouncement originating from the Vedas, which protects the one who reads them with complete reverence and devotion.
Here ends the Shitala Devi Stotram mentioned in the Skanda Purana. Listeners, as promised, you will have an opportunity to chant the entire Shitala Devi Stotram once again before the end of today's program. But for now, let us chant the verses whose meanings were just studied. Let us chant from verse 12 until the end of the Shitala Devi Stotram. Again, the Stotra ID number on the Bhajanmala app or website is 273.
शीतले त्वम् जगन्माता शीतले त्वम् जगत्पिता शीतले त्वम् जगद्धात्री शीतलायै नमो नमः रासभोगर्दभश्चैव खरो वैशाखनन्दनः शीतलावाहनश्चैव दूर्वाकन्दनिकृन्तनः एतानि खरनामानि शीतलाग्रे तु यः पठेत् तस्य गेहे शिशूनाम् च शीतलारुग्ण जायते शीतलाष्टकमे वेदम् न देयम् यस्य कस्यचित् दातव्यम् च सदा तस्मै श्रद्धा भक्तियुताय वै इति श्री शीतला देवी स्तोत्रम् सम्पूर्णम्.
Listeners, today, on the eve of the month of Vaishakha, a lunar month that is particularly recommended for chanting of the Shitala Devi Stotram, you have been listening to the meaning of that beautiful prayer which was composed by Lord Shiva. Thank you for tuning in to Datta Arpanam for this hour of devotion this morning. Today's program is coming to you on 103.1 FM through the grace of Ganapati Swamiji and thanks to the sponsorship by Ramlal Educational Institute, Debe Supermart Limited, Valini's Drug Mart Limited and Kokie Supermart Limited.
As a special thanks to Puja Sri Swamiji or Puja Appaji for not only introducing us to the Shitala Devi Stotram, but also for providing the words in the Bhajanmala app and chanting it for us as you heard today, let us join in worshipping him. Please open the Bhajanmala app or website once again, this time to Bhajan ID number 5011 and join Puja Sri Datta Vijayananda Tirtha Swamiji in singing this Hindi bhajan in praise of Sadguru Deva Puja Appaji.
सद्गुरुनाथ जय जय, सच्चिदानंद जय जय,
सद्गुरुनाथ जय जय, सच्चिदानंद जय जय,
स्वामीनाथ जय जय, जय गुरुनाथ जय जय,
स्वामीनाथ जय जय, जय गुरुनाथ जय जय,
सच्चिदानंद जय जय, जय गुरुदत्ता जय जय, सद्गुरुनाथ सच्चिदानंद, सद्गुरुनाथ सच्चिदानंद,
सद्गुरुनाथ सच्चिदानंद, सद्गुरुनाथ सच्चिदानंद,
सच्चिदानंद जय जय, सच्चिदानंद जय जय। हरिहर विधि सब तुझ में प्रभु, तू ही अंतर यामी प्रभु। हरिहर विधि सब तुझ में प्रभु, तू ही अंतर यामी प्रभु। हरिहर 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 विधि सब तुझ में प्रभु, तू ही अंतर यामी प्रभु। हरिहर विधि सब तुझ में प्रभु, तू ही अंतर यामी प्रभु, तू ही अंतर यामी प्रभु। ज्ञान का दीप जलाने से आप ही ब्रह्मा कहलाए। ज्ञान का दीप जलाने से आप ही ब्रह्मा कहलाए। ज्ञान की रक्षा करते हैं, आपको श्री हरि कहते हैं। ज्ञान की रक्षा करते हैं, आपको श्री हरि कहते हैं। हरिहर 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 विधि सब तुझ में प्रभु, तू ही अंतर्यामी प्रभु। हरिहर विधि सब तुझ में प्रभु, तू ही अंतर्यामी प्रभु, तू ही अंतर्यामी प्रभु। अहम तो आप में लया होता, आप हो शिव जी सुखदाता। अहम तो आप में लया होता, आप हो शिव जी सुखदाता। सुखदाता 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 सुखदाता, दुख हरता सुखदाता, दुख हरता सुखदाता। आप हो हमारे दत्त प्रभु, गणपति सच्चिदानंद प्रभु। आप हो हमारे दत्त प्रभु, गणपति सच्चिदानंद प्रभु। आप हो हमारे दत्त प्रभु, गणपति सच्चिदानंद प्रभु। गणपति सच्चिदानंद प्रभु, गणपति सच्चिदानंद प्रभु, गणपति सच्चिदानंद प्रभु। आनंद प्रभु, आनंद प्रभु।
Having worshipped Ganapati Swamiji through that moving bhajan, let us now join Pujya Sri Swamiji as we chant together the Sheetala Devi Stotram, which has been the focus of today's episode of Datta Arpanam here on 103.1 FM.
Remember, you can find the words to the Stotram by entering Stotra ID number 273 on the Bhajanmala app or website.
श्री महागणपतये नमः, श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः, श्रीपादवल्लभ नृसिंह सरस्वती, श्री गुरुदत्तात्रेयाय नमः।
शीतला देवी स्तोत्रम्। अस्य श्री शीतला स्तोत्रस्य महादेव ऋषिः अनुष्टुप् छन्दः। शीतला देवता लक्ष्मीर्बीजम् भवानी शक्तिः, सर्वविस्फोटकनिवृत्तये जपे विनियोगः। ईश्वर उवाच वन्देऽहं शीतलां देवीं रासभस्तां दिगम्बरां, मार्जनीकलशोपेतां शूर्पालङ्कृतमस्तकां। वन्देऽहं शीतलां देवीं सर्वरोगभयापहां, यामासाद्य निवर्तेत विस्फोटकभयं महत्। शीतले शीतले चेति यो ब्रूयाद्दाहपीडितः, विस्फोटकभयं घोरं क्षिप्रं तस्य प्रणश्यति। यस्त्वामुदकमध्ये तु धृत्वा पूजयते नरः, विस्फोटकम् भयम् घोरम् गृहे तस्य न जायते शीतले ज्वरदग्धस्य पूतिगन्धयुतस्य च प्रणष्टचक्षुषः पुंसः त्वामाहुर्जीवनौषधम् शीतले तनुजान् रोगान् नृणाम् हरसि दुस्त्यजान् विस्फोटकविदीर्णानाम् त्वमेकामृतवर्षिणी गलगण्डग्रहारोग ये चान्ये दारुणान् नृणाम् त्वदनुध्यानमात्रेण शीतले यान्ति संक्षयम् न मन्त्रो नौषधम् तस्य पापरोगस्य विद्यते त्वामेकाम् शीतले धात्रीम् नान्याम् पश्यामि देवताम् मृणालतन्तुसदृशीम् नाभिवृन्मध्य संसृताम् यस्त्वाम् सञ्चितयेद्देवी तस्य मृत्युर्न जायते अष्टकम् शीतला देव्या यो नरः प्रपठेत् सदा विस्फोटकभयम् घोरम् गृहे तस्य न जायते श्रोतव्यम् पठितव्यम् च श्रद्धा भक्तिसमन्वितैः उपसर्गविनाशाय परम् स्वस्त्ययनम् महत् शीतले त्वम् जगन्माता शीतले त्वम् जगत्पिता शीतले त्वम् जगद्धात्री शीतलायै नमो नमः रासभोगर्दभश्चैव खरो वैशाखनन्दनः शीतलावाहनश्चैव दूर्वाकन्दनिकृन्तनः एतानि खरनामानि शीतलाग्रे तु यः पठेत् तस्य गेहे शिशूनाम् च शीतलारुग्ण जायते शीतलाष्टकमे वेदम् न देयम् यस्य कस्यचित् दातव्यम् च सदा तस्मै श्रद्धा भक्तियुताय वै इति श्रीशीतलादेवी स्तोत्रम् सम्पूर्णम्।
Remember everyone, the lunar month of Vaishakha starts tomorrow, Monday, so be sure to chant that stotram, the Shitala Devi stotram daily. May you and your family be blessed with good health. At this stage, we begin to wrap up today's episode of Datta Arpanam.
Pranams and gratitude are offered at the divine feet of beloved Sadgurudeva, Paramapujya Sri Ganapati Satchidananda Swamiji and Sri Datta Vijayananda Tirtha Swamiji, without whose teachings, compassion, love, guidance and music, this program would not exist.
Pranams to you, Puja Appaji and Sri Swamiji. Kindly forgive any errors which may have been committed in preparing or in sharing today's episode of Datta Arpanam, and please guide us to avoid such errors in the future.
Special thanks are extended to the staff at 103.1 FM and to the sponsors of Datta Arpanam: Valini's Drug Mart Limited, Ramlal Educational Institute, Debe Supermart Limited, and Kokie Supermart Limited. And of course, dear listener, an extra special thank you is extended to you for sharing this devotional hour with us.
If you would like to listen to today's program again, check out the Datta Arpanam Facebook page, where by tomorrow night, the YouTube link for today's episode will be shared.
Once again, everyone, thank you for tuning in today. You are invited to please tune in to 103.1 FM again next Sunday at 6 a.m. Atlantic Standard Time for another episode of Datta Arpanam, a showcase of the life, music and teachings of His Holiness Paramapujya Sri Ganapati Satchidananda Swamiji.
Jai Guru Datta.
Shri Guru Datta. Harihi Om Tat Sat.
అయ్యప్ప స్వామికి జేజేలు హరిహర సుతునకు జేజేలు అయ్యప్ప స్వామికి జేజేలు హరిహర సుతునకు జేజేలు పంపా తీరపు తిన్నెల మీద పంపా తీరపు తిన్నెల మీద శబరిత పశుల రాసుల మీద శబరిత పశుల రాసుల మీద భక్తుల గుండెల పరుల మీద భక్తుల గుండెల పరుల మీద నిత్యము కొలువై విహరించే నిత్యము కొలువై విహరించే నిత్యము కొలువై విహరించే అయ్యప్ప స్వామికి జేజేలు హరిహర సుతునకు జేజేలు అయ్యప్ప స్వామికి జేజేలు హరిహర సుతునకు జేజేలు మాలాధారణ మంగళ దీక్షలు మాలాధారణ మంగళ దీక్షలు మంత్ర జపాలు కావించే మంత్ర జపాలు కావించే మనుషులనందరి స్వాములుగానే మనుషులనందరి స్వాములుగానే కాంచేవారల కనులకు దోచే కాంచేవారల కనులకు దోచే అయ్యప్ప స్వామికి జేజేలు హరిహర సుతునకు జేజేలు అయ్యప్ప స్వామికి జేజేలు హరిహర సుతునకు జేజేలు అన్నిటిలోన అన్నీ తానై అన్నిటిలోన అన్నీ తానై యోగాసనమున యోగము తానై యోగాసనమున యోగము తానై తత్వార్థముల సారమునందున తత్వార్థముల సారమునందున సచ్చిదానందము తానైనా సచ్చిదానందము తానైనా అయ్యప్ప స్వామికి జేజేలు హరిహర సుతునకు జేజేలు అయ్యప్ప స్వామికి జేజేలు హరిహర సుతునకు జేజేలు హరిహర సుతునకు జేజేలు హరిహర సుతునకు జేజేలు హరిహర సుతునకు జేజేలు
ఓం శాంతి 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 హరి ఓం తత్సత్